Many of us associate Barry with granite, and for good reason.
That's right. Every year, quarriers extract millions of pounds of rock. Nick Borelli shows us how it's done.
It's a piece of Vermont's past that still amazes today.
Just wow. I can't even believe anything like this even exists anywhere.
Michelle Stallworth's reaction should come as no surprise. Some of Vermont's quarries are more than 600 feet deep and have been used for centuries.
The quarries date back to the 1780s in Barry.
Todd Patton has been with the Rock of Ages for 28 years. He tells us the process of getting granite out of the quarries has evolved.
Of course, it was all by animal power. They would use block and tackle systems, and they would use oxen and horses in teams to lift the blocks out.
But now, the process is different. Quarriers start their day by being lowered in a bucket. Blocks of granite are cut and eventually moved out of the quarry. One way the workers get the stone out is to use a drill rod as much as 30 feet long. It's a process that takes a while. They make these cuts one at a time. After that, explosives are used to loosen it up. Other times, wire saws are used.
Turns basically like a bandsaw you'd have in your home, but on a much larger scale, and they use that to cut the stone.
Once the blocks are cut, they have to be removed. Crews turn to a type of crane called a derrick.
Once a large block of granite is lifted from this quarry, it's taken by a diesel wheel loader, looks like a giant forklift, and it will be taken to a storage area.
It's then used to make items that require strong stone.
In Barry, originally the very first commercial purpose for the stone were grinding wheels for mills.
But after the Civil War, demand slowly changed.
Typically, Barry stone, because of its high quality, is used primarily for memorials and statuary.
Some classic examples include the Youth Triumphant statue and the Italian-American monument, both in Barry. But there's another familiar sight.
The State House is completely made of Barry granite.
The amount of granite that comes from the quarries is astonishing. Each year, about 1.5 million cubic feet of granite are taken from the quarries. That's enough stone to cover 8 football fields and 40 inches of granite. With a weight of 250 million pounds, it would take 30 million gallons of water or 1.7 million people to match it. The massive quarries left lasting impressions on visitors like Stallworth.
Seeing a 600-foot granite quarry and seeing the machinery, the men, and just getting the idea of where all this great stuff comes from.
Memories she won't soon forget. Nick Borelli, Channel 3 News in Barry.